Hi guys, you are welcome to Straight from the Heart. This is a podcast about issues bothering us as individuals, from work to family, relationships, spirituality, psychology, you name it. I will be helping you find answers to these problems using words and poetry, and I would also be citing real stories here on the podcast weekly. Now, before we delve into all of that, feel free to follow me on Instagram at House of Poetrapy, HOUSEOFPOETRAPY. And you can also find this podcast for repeats and playbacks on the YouTube channel and the Instagram page at House of Poetrapy. What is the point? Like literally, what is the point? All of the hustling, the planning, accomplishments is really to what end? We all live our lives with an end point in mind. Some call it a mark, some say a goal, some call it their target, but whatever you want to call it, what is the point for you? This is Straight from the Heart. This is where we feature life stories and life contributions from people out there, from real people out there who have a thing or two to share, contribute, or say about the topic of the day. Now, a lot of people had a thing or two to say, had so much actually, to say about the topic, the point, and what it meant and what it was for them. So here are some of the contributions that, I got during the course of the week, I'd like to share with you how people viewed fulfillment, what they think is the point for them, and what they have to say about all of that.
Fulfillment for me, and at the point where I think I've reached fulfillment, is at that point where I find innermost peace and happiness, where I wake up every morning and I'm just happy, even for no reason, even when things are good and when things are not, but I'm just happy. At that point where I am not just working for myself, but for my brothers, for my sisters, for my neighbors, that point where I think everybody is happy, so that point for me is the point where I think I've gotten to the fulfillment point yet. So that's it.
For that, I don't think there's an end actually, because I feel like there's always something else to do. There's always another impact that you want to make as a person, or be it external or for your personal self. So I don't think there's an end to your fulfillment.
Okay. I think reaching fulfillment for me is staying alive every day. That's if I stay alive every day, I get to fulfill whatever I want to do.
Personally, I can't say okay, although of course I have years already placed even before I got to where I am now. So, but then I don't like attaching it has to be this year. But what I do is set some goals for myself. Okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. So I have to set goals and go for it, But then attaching a specific year, kind of it's no longer my thing. I used to do that, but it's no longer my thing. So, but then according to what I have with me, according to my goals and priority, I think I'm on the right track. In fact, I'm on the right track, but I don't want to say, next this, next that. But I'm hoping even in the next 5 years, I'll be where I want to be according to my goal.
All right. Now we've heard various people talk about the point for them. A lot of people kind of kept on saying things like, the point for me is actually not measurable. You can't say this is the point for me. And I totally, completely, deeply and truly agree with all of that. But now here's what I think, and I'd like to share with you. In as much as I share in all of their sentiments and all of their thoughts and beliefs, and I really and truly feel like they literally spoke my heart. This is something I also think about fulfillment. I think fulfillment is more than a feeling. It is like the why for us. The air without which we cannot be. Fulfillment is being. It is the only extent to which existence becomes essential, present. As you listen to me today, remember that your destiny lies in your hands. And it is in your place and yours alone to make it worthwhile. Make living as fulfilling as possible. Let your story be heard. Let it be read. Let it be meditated upon long after you are gone. Leave a legacy. And by live, I mean Live. For me, the point is a legacy. For me, the point is just living life in that way that is not only beneficial to you, but to the next person beside you. For me, a legacy is what the point is. Being able to look back at my life and say, oh, this is what I've accomplished. Not because of the materialistic attachment or the materialistic benefit, but because there's a deeper part of it. Because there's somebody out there who is happy because of me. Because there's somebody out there who listens to me every Saturday and says, oh, this is one reason I turn on my radio every Saturday. Because there's somebody out there who feels that there's something about me that is just making their own life go smoother than it ordinarily would have. Ask yourself one question today. Is your life impacting others? Is your life impactful? Are you living a life of fulfillment? In your career, are you happy? At your place of work, are you happy? In your marriage, are you happy? In your relationship with yourself, do you feel happy? Do you look at yourself and think, I think this is it? Well, if you can't do that, then it means that you need to still go on and ahead and search and find your fulfillment. I want to leave you with this Poetrapy tip today, and it says, take a close look at your life. Take a look at you. All that you have done, all that you have accomplished, all that you are doing. And can you say to yourself, oops, done, dusted, I'm signing out. Can you really say that? I was having a conversation with a friend a few minutes ago, and I said, some part of me feels like Chadwick Boseman looked at himself and said, I want to stop fighting because I think I have done enough to be proud of. Now, this is a very weird train of thought, and I might be stepping on toes for saying that, but I kind of feel like it should get to a point in your life where you're able to sign out, knowing that at this point, if anything happens to me right now, I think I've done well. And that is what I'm telling you today. I'm challenging you to go on ahead and think about your life and do that thing, correct that thing, make it work. Do something that will make you look at your life and say, if anything happens to me today, I think I have done something worth it. I think my life has been worth every while. I need you to go and think about it. And if you cannot say that at this point in your life, it means there's something that needs to be tweaked. There's something you need to do, and you should go on and ahead and make that correction, make that amendment to your life. Always remember this. All I'm saying is live a legacy. Live, Live, a legacy. Find fulfillment. Do all that brings joy, not just to you, but to others. Be a living, walking, breathing billboard that others can see, others can view, others can emulate, others can be inspired by. And remember this. An unexamined life is not worth living. Words by Socrates. If you have enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel at House of Poetrapy and also follow on Instagram at House of Poetrapy. Feel free to turn on post notifications to be notified of new episodes. Rate and review this podcast and also share with your friends and loved ones. I hope you have now learned to handle everyday matters. So go out there and be you. Till I come your way again next week, remember, this is Straight from the Heart, a House of Poetrapy initiative.